Hello, Brandon. My name is Sean Everett. I am a website analysis expert over at Zucker Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis. I'm going to show you what I found. I'm going to show you every step along the way so that you can see I'm not trying to pull out the rug from underneath you with some goofy stuff. I'm just going to show you exactly what happens when I analyze a website, and I can give you all of these tips. They're for free, and you can do all of them yourself if you want to. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is that I use this actual paid tool. It's called Ahrefs. The next thing I do is I go to a map, which in this case I really didn't need to because I'm a Tacoma boy all the way over here on North 28th. That's where I was born and raised. And I know the area really well. But I want to remind you that there's Auburn, there's Dash Point, there's Fife, and all of these places have people in them who love living there. Who doesn't love living in the Pacific Northwest? So the reason that I'm telling you that, I will get back to in a moment. Now, the next thing I do is do a Google search for Federal Way roofers. And I'll show you this bit here. And I'm going to have to explain a little bit about how Google works. Please, I won't put you to sleep, I promise. I'll make it quick. Everything that is ordered in a Google search does so because of a Google algorithm. Now, the Google algorithm was developed by Google in order to give its search customers the most relevant results that they could. But relevancy is something that might be different for you and me, but the Google algorithm believes it knows more than we do. Now, what I'm saying is, in this point, I guess, is that the Google algorithm has certain requirements that need to be met in order to get a good placement on a listing. Now, in order to do that, you have to fulfill some things in your website, and I'll tell you this much right away. Google rewards thoroughness. Now, right here is what we call the map pack. We call it that because it's attached to a map, and we're not very creative, but here we go. These folks, all they did was go to Google and fill out a Google Business Profile. Now, Google Business Profile is like a Facebook profile. It's going to ask you questions about your business, what year you started, your daily hours. There's going to be some tick boxes in it. Fill it out really, really thoroughly. And if you have already done so, fill in more of those blanks, because the more blanks you have filled in, Google will reward thoroughness. I promise. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is that underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic search results. And the organic search results are the result of just the algorithm by itself determining where things go. Now, the algorithm likes really complete websites. Like I said, it likes thoroughness. So you could have the worst roofing company in the world, and as long as you satisfy the Google algorithm, you're going to be listed well at the top. Now, I'm saying nothing about Stewart Roofing, but they are what I'm going to compare you to, so I'm going to call them your biggest Google competitor, just for the sake of argument. Now, here is your website. Here is their website. You both have beautiful websites. I think yours is way more modern and fashionable. It is beautiful. But like I said, I'm not really here for the beauty part of it. I am here for the guts of it, because that is what's going to make somebody go to it. Now, the first thing I can show you is this. I'm going to go to your website. I'm going to copy all and paste into this word counter. You have 455 words. I'm going to do the same thing for Stewart. Select all, copy, and paste. There we go, 678 words. Now, if you're an algorithm, who wins? 455 or 678? Yeah, 678 wins. And unfortunately, that's the way an algorithm works. More is better to an algorithm. Now, to be truthful, Google wants you to have a minimum of 1,500 words on your website. So you're about 1,100 words off of that. But you don't have to have it as just mountains and mountains of paragraphs. You can do it in other ways that your website designer can help you do. But you can essentially hide it in photos. Photos have a variety of names that they have. Let me see if I can show you here. No, it's not going to give me that option. But this photo is probably named something like IMG underscore 663894, whatever. So you don't have to name it that. You could name it Best Roofer in Federal Way if you wanted to. Oh, which brings me to this. I forgot. Now, here we go. I don't find the word best on your website. It does not happen here, at least not on your homepage. So that means that you don't have anywhere on here the fact that you are the best roofer in Federal Way, or for that matter, the best roofer in Fife Heights, or the best roofer in Auburn, or Algona, or Pacific. You have to be the best roofer in all of those places. I assume that you think you are the best roofer already. You should. But that's an opportunity to increase the number of words that you have in a way that is satisfying to the Google algorithm. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, you have 2 organic keywords on your website. Keywords are words that Google expects to find on your website because they take all of the results from when somebody types in Federal Way Roofer. They take all of the results. They take out all of the words. They put the words in order, and they see which ones appear the most. The one that appears the most is the #1 keyword, and second, on third, and so on. So what those words are, we don't know that part, but we do know that keywords need to be there. Now, it's pretty easy to figure out a bunch of keywords for your website. You had 2. They have, oh, come on, baby. They have 184. So again, they win in that little contest. Here is their keywords. Stewart Roofing, obviously. Federal Way Roof Repair, Federal Way Roofer. You can see it's the difference between roof repair and roofer. Roofing, company, companies, torch down. I don't know all of the words in your industry. You do, but you need to have more of them on your website. That will help you pull well ahead of your competitor here. And it doesn't have to be just the names of the communities around you. It can actually answer questions that people might have. For instance, right here, membrane roof residential. Now this says torch down membrane roof. So in other words, somebody types that into a website, it's going to come up here because they have satisfied that query that somebody has typed into a Google search. It's the same thing as if you had on your website, if you had somewhere on your website, Gorillas Love Bananas, and somebody on a Google search types in Gorillas Loves Bananas, and they say, why did this roofing company from Federal Way come up on this search? Well, the reason is because you have it on your website. The opposite is true also. If it's not on your website, you're not going to come up. So sitting around and thinking about more than 2 keywords would be great for you. You sit around with your coworkers and talk about literally all the words that are in your industry. TPO, shake, shingle, anything like that. This can all go on your website, and ask your salespeople, what are the questions people ask you? Maybe how long does a roof last in Washington? Something that you could have on your website that would satisfy somebody's Google search. That would pull you way ahead and in the keywords category anyway. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is backlinks. They have 258, you have 16. A backlink is where another site refers back to you. I don't know why that message keeps showing up. Now, they are on expertise.com, Yellow Pages, Super Pages. Now, you can see that the numbers of each of those goes down and down and down. You really want to be on anything that is 70 or above. I have seen some sites where there are 30 of the 90 rated sites. Now, I happen to know that Angie's site, Angie's List, is rated number 91. These are what we call domain ratings. It's the strength of the domain's backlink profile, the backlink where they refer to, compared to the others in your database of 100 other websites. Now, that means essentially more people click on this to go and find information out than they do to this, beststartup.us. Well, that makes sense to me. Or freshchalk.com. I don't know what they do, but they're listed there, and that creates part of their profile. Now, you don't have to have more backlinks than they do, but you have to have better backlinks than they do. Ones that are rated higher. That's something that you can do really easily. So here's 3 things you can do for your company. Go and fill out the Google profile or fill it out better. 2, have better keywords and get those onto your website. 3, get some backlinks going on your website, because here's where it matters. Backlinks and keywords determine your placement on the website. This is the traffic you had from a Google search last month. This is the traffic they had from a Google search last month. Now, that means they had 107 times more opportunities to get an estimate, 107 times more opportunities to get a customer and to put money in their pocket. It's that simple. And here's where it shows. Backlinks, keywords, and here's their placement, right near the top. Now, they don't exceed Angie's List, but that's something you could do easily by doing the things that I suggest to you. And you know that somebody with, a donut in one hand and a mouse in the other isn't going to scroll down much further than this. That was the bump stop. And that's right around this here, the secondary sponsored ads. Anybody with a donut and a mouse is going to think, oh, I have enough options up here. And I can tell you I have looked and I don't find you up there. So get up there. Easy to do. Now, I would assume that you probably want to spend more time roofing than you do digging around in the guts of your website. So that's where I think Eric might come in handy. If you understand what I've told you and you think that, hey, this is a good idea for my website, please let me know. And, well, actually, I misspoke. Please call Eric and he can guide you through the next steps. I won't be involved in that. I just do this part. Anyway, I hope I've given you some information that is really useful to you today. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rainy day.